We're live at the Spero Clinic in Northwest Arkansas, where we are excited to announce that Kellie's finishing her treatment today. So this has been 4.5 years in the making for her. She was diagnosed with CRPS in March of 2020. And when she started with us, it was affecting her right leg, her right arm, and left foot. With that being her dominant side, it made normal day-to-day tasks extremely painful and impossible. Sorry. I haven't got to know Kellie all that well the first half of her treatment, but I did the second half, and it didn't take me long to realize what a positive person she is. She's optimistic, just making the most of being in a difficult situation. And we're excited to say she's been 15 days pain-free, and excited to send her home back to Australia.
Thanks, Dr. V. All right. I never thought over the past 4.5 years I'd be uttering the words, "I'm in remission from CRPS." But here I am today, standing freely with no aids and saying these words. In my first few weeks at Spero, Dr. Lawrence had a quote that has stayed with me throughout my treatment. These words were, "It's always the most darkest before the dawn." Before I ring the bell today to celebrate my new dawn, I need to shed the darkness that has engulfed me for the last 4.5 years. CRPS is the most painful known disease, accident, or injury that can happen to a person according to the McGill Pain Index. No other pain a human can experience compares to the intensity and cruelty CRPS afflicts on a person. Not only is the pain unbearable, but it robs you of your body, mind, and relationships. Since March 2020, when my CPS started following bilateral hip surgery, we've tried everything available to us in Australia to make this bearable for me. I've had 13 different surgical interventions and injected and swallowed any pharmaceutical product that was meant to give us hope. Nothing lasted or worked. I withdrew into myself and I could no longer think clearly. I struggled immensely with my work and personal life as I was no longer the person I once was and knew I could not last long term with the person I had become. Someone with unimaginable pain who had lost all hope. I was heading to be in a wheelchair and honestly probably should have already been in one due to the amount of pain I was in if it wasn't for my stubbornness to keep up appearances. I had every medical doctor I saw in Australia utter the words to me, "I can't help you," and leave me in a distraught mess. Trying to navigate the Australian health system became a thankless full-time job. I'd lost all hope. My days had become full of me screaming out loud in pain with an endless stream of tears. I'd become a prisoner in my own body and was being tortured non-stop. Now to really lean into the darkness before the new dawn. CRPS is also commonly known as a suicide disease. And for me, this nearly became a reality on 3 separate occasions within the past 12 months before I arrived here at Spero. I know I can never go back to the old me. Too much pain, suffering, trauma, and learnings have occurred to be able to do that. But I do look forward to getting to know the new me and what this new version of me is capable of doing. This is my truth and a big part of my CPS journey to now, here today, standing in remission in the middle of America at the Spero Clinic, which the term Spero in Latin means hope, which I find very fitting as this place has given me so much hope back to my life when I had none left. But this new dawn is not possible without many thank yous. Firstly, the financial support to be here. Medical treatment's not cheap. I'd like to thank my father, Alan, for helping, and also to my brother Craig and sister-in-law Kath for helping to facilitate this. My next thank you, and it's probably a first at the Spero, is my racehorse, who I own, a part owner of Fully Lit. In February, Fully Lit won a very expensive race called the English Millennium and also received the English Pink bonus. Thank you to Fully Lit's race manager, Red Fox Racing, his trainers, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott, and his jockey, Regan Bayliss, for making him win. And to English for putting on a great race series. They say horse racing can be life-changing, but for me it has been life-saving. Now on to the personal thank yous. My husband, Mark. You have been my absolute rock and helped me every step of the way. You have been with me at every worst possible moment CPR has thrown at us, especially those middle of the night flares where all I could do was scream and you would just hold me and would hope for it to end. I know I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. I love you so much and can't wait to start living life to the full with you again. To two special ladies back home, Belle and Dee, you have both sat in the mud with me at different times following my attempts at my life. The love and understanding you have both showed me will never be forgotten, and I'm so lucky to be able to call you my friends. I can't wait to see you both again in person, and I love you so much. To Jackie, Steve, Zoe, Stephen, Eileen, Kevin, Jess, and Tori, thank you for everything you've done for Mark and I, especially looking after our fur babies and your regular video calls and check-ins. We can't wait to see you all again and hear your laughter in person. To two special health professionals back home who never gave up on me, Georgia, my physio, and Michelle, my psychologist. You both played such a huge part of keeping me going until I got on that plane. Thank you both so much for believing in me and continuing to walk side by side with me when all I wanted to do was fall. To Sarah, Kaz, Lisa, Anita, Michelle, Ben, and all my other dear friends and family members who have continued to message and support me. You will never know how important those messages and thoughts are to me and helped me keep going when I thought I couldn't and struggled to form a reply back. Thank you for all your love and kindness and understanding. Now to my Spero family. Who knew I would not only be achieving remission, but gaining lifelong connections from fellow warriors. The bonds we have formed are real and strong, and no words can ever do justice to be able to describe what exactly we have all gone through together. To the patients and families in this room, and to those who have left before me watching online, you are all amazing, and I will always continue to love and cheer for you all. Now to the amazing Spero Clinic team, who specialise in providing a unique neurological recovery program found nowhere else in the world, but only in, I call it Kansas, but Arkansas, in a small town called Fayetteville. This clinic sees the best in all types of treatment forms and uses a combination of cutting-edge technologies with old traditional style therapies. All this achieved without surgery or medications. The open-minded approach and drawing on various different strengths is what healthcare should be about. Thank you to Dr. Katinka for advocating and fighting for us 1%ers to have somewhere to receive treatment. You have no doubt saved the life of so many people. I know you've saved mine. For everyone here who was involved in my care, can you please come join me? And everyone, come on. Come on, Tyler. I see you. Come on. This is what a multidisciplinary care team looks like, and this is probably only half of the people who have been. Thank you to everyone involved in my care, be it clinical and non-clinical as well. I want to say a special thank you mentions to Dr. H, Dr. Lucas, Dr. Lauren, Dr. B, Bailey, Tyler, Ellie, Heather, Jacob, Katie, Grace, Sierra, Kim, Shane, Eric, Joy, Mabs, Paxton, and Jenny. Bailey, I don't think I could have asked for a better match as my NMR therapist. I will miss our daily sessions, which if you know what they are, it's a weird thing to say out loud. But thank you for your understanding, your kindness, and your patience with me. You instinctively knew when you needed to push me, and you also when I just needed a moment to cry and breathe. You are all miracle workers, and you'll never be forgotten in my heart. Let the new dawn begin.